right, ladies and gentlemen, Lee just gave us the signal. This is the Music, Life, and Love podcast. I go by the name of M.Soto, the host. I got my guy Gillionaire in the chill over there. What's going on, sir? How you feeling?
Gillionaire is always in the building. What it is, what's going on? Music, Life, and Love podcast. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for hitting the likes, the comments, sharing the content, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I like what's going on in this world right now. You know what I mean? I feel good. I feel great.
Yo, it's good when you just smiling for no reason, but there's a lot of reasons to smile for, though.
Yeah, plenty, right?
Yeah. How you like the background? The Gillionaire background.
Oh, that's the Gillionaire background right there, right?
I figured we switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look.
I like it.
Appreciate that.
It speaks money. It feels like it's wealth, abundance, all that good stuff.
Oh, all right.
Els, you good over there, man?
Feeling great, man. Feeling amazing.
All right, we got the angle up now.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure that you know we appreciate you guys. We love you guys tuning in, commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing our content. Make sure you keep doing that on YouTube. Make sure you listen to us on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify and any other streaming platform that you could possibly listen to us on. Keep shooting us DMs and Instagram, TikTok, even though I don't really get much notifications on TikTok, but still, shoot it to us one way or another. If I don't catch it, G, you know what I'm saying, he'll see it. He'll let us know. If you want to come up on the show, make sure you hit us up, Music, Life, and Love Podcast 88@gmail.com. Actually, it's Music, Life, and Love 88@gmail.com. My bad.
Yeah. Right.
I finally caught that.
All right.
I knew I'll fuck it up and just keep going. But Music, Life, and Love 88@gmail.com. Now, we have a wonderful guest today. I actually had the honor of talking to her probably like 5 or 6 months ago.
Okay.
And it was just me seeing all the stuff that she was doing in terms of her work ethic. And I was like, hey, you're local. Why don't you come through? You know what I'm saying? We're right there. Let's promote you. And she was like, okay, cool. Say when. I'm available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Things got lost in translation and whatnot, and we didn't end up doing it at that particular time. But I guess, divine timing, right?
Divine timing.
So then Bunk hits me up. My man Bunk, shout out to him.
Shout out to Bunk.
Yeah.
Man.
Word. So he hits me up. He was like 5 a.m. He was like, you need to get Teresa Davis on here. And I just gave away the name. But anyway, you need to get Teresa Davis on. I'm like, okay, make that happen. I went back to sleep. Hour later, I see the text message and the screenshot. Here go her number. She says she's available. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, fine. So since you already set it up, then I got to make this happen. So I reached out to her. She was very welcoming. It wasn't, I didn't have to like go through a whole bunch of rigmarole or, and any kind of like, go to my, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciated that because she was very down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched most of her work on my timeline, and then just off of that, we've interviewed actors and actresses that she has already done work with. I mean, you got Lala Body, she's done work with. You got Kimmy A. Workman, she's done work with. Patrick Bean Jr., she's done work with.
Like you said, Bunk as well too, right?
Bunky. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put his government out there because he probably come like, hey, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, but somebody got to put it out. But nah, she's done work with him and a lot of other, I believe Lene Gray.
Lene Gray as well too.
She's done work with her. She's done work with Jazzy Mango as well. There's a lot of people that she's done work with. She's not only a film director, she's a director, she's a producer.
An author.
She's an author.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to pull that book out, but I'm going to just kill the suspense. Ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than Teresa Davis. Miss Teresa Davis. What's going on? How you doing today?
Hey,
We got
podcast. What's up, baby?
Yeah.
I'm in the building, man. Thank you so much for that. What you're talking about me?
Yeah. And I missed a lot, but I'm like, I don't want to give it all away just yet.
Yeah.
You just remind me of so many people I work with. Thank you so much for that. Awesome introductory, man. Let's get it started.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
I'm elated in this chair. Like, you just brought back some great memories with the people I work with and some names. And my boy Bunky, I'm working with him in about another 4 hours today. And I'm just excited.
Okay.
I'm excited. There's a lot of energy and synergy in the room.
Yeah. I don't know who's going first.
Man,
You could go first.
I want to know, how do you manage to have all that title and still be able to like do what you do? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
How do you
God.
how do you do that?
It's weird hearing it. Like, I'm like, he talking about me, right? Is he
Yeah.
ready to introduce Teresa Davis?
There's
This happened
a
to me the other day. I was on another show. I was like, you talking about me? But you guys digged up all that. What about the work you dug up to see what I've done? That to me is priceless. Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah,
Anytime.
anytime. Yeah.
I mean, first of all, I would definitely like to know what made you want to go into the direction of film. Like, was there anything particular that inspired you? Before we even talk about the radio host, but is there anything that inspired you to like really want to do this?
Oh yeah, I was a little girl, and I turned like 16, and I had this chipped tooth, and I was like, I want to go. So my son's father, he's like, well, we get you a gold. We get your teeth fixed. We get you a gold. And so I got a gold, and in the gold I had a star. I was like, I'm gonna be a star when I get older and be a star. You know, when you're young, not a star, but but I started writing when I got to be 30.
Okay.
And I wrote some really prolific things. I wrote some really dark, some exciting, some uplifting, some things that make you laugh, nostalgia, make you cry. And I said, I want to see this on canvas. And that's when I started going toward the idea of doing film. My son, Stephen Kelly, he's one of my executive producers on a lot of things. And he's now 39. But at the time, he was about 20-something. He was like, Ma, we should do movies. And yeah, and we've been doing them ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
You recall your first movie that you actually created and put it on canvas?
I can never forget that. Okay. My first movie is my first movie is Ghetto Misery Uncut, my first book that I've ever written. So I still have that. My son wants me to bring it out very soon. I don't want to tell too much, but I keep some of my projects in the vault because I just feel like I move in God's timing. And people say, when? They go, you didn't bring that out. They get really upset with me too. But I want people to realize that when you have something that's special, it doesn't matter what it is, and you want to share it with everyone, everything is about timing and alignment with God. So
That's true. That's true.
Say that again. Yeah.
Typically, when it comes to writing, how long does it take you from one project to another? Is it like a time span that you give yourself, or is it just like, hey, when I feel it, then I'll go ahead and push forward. I'm not going to force anything. But is there like a timeline that you generally stick to? Or you
No, I just it's organic. Everything that I do is organic, especially the movies. Writing is something I do in solace. Like I wrote my first book in 3 months. I wrote my third in 6, my second in a year. I remember the order because the way I wrote them. Then I wrote 2 in 1 year because I was a co-author with someone else. So I was moving. If you ever jog with someone, you want to overrun them. So you jog at their pace, maybe you slow down. So with that one, it took me a year because I slowed down with the person I was writing with, the co-author. But mostly in a year's time, I have the books written. I have 5 more that's in my vault. I wanted to explain about that too. People don't know that I've written 10 books. I have 5 more that's already written that aren't published yet. I will be publishing them. I don't know when. I'm thinking about maybe next year bringing out one. We'll see. It's a lot of things as far as though money and having the funds to do things. When I do a lot, I have to spread myself thin and pick out what I'm going to fund myself for because I don't get money from people to help. I just do what I can.
Now, as far as writing, right, period, when it comes to a songwriter, screenwriter, whatever it is, when it comes to writing, everybody comes up with, they usually get writer's block. How do you deal with your writer's block?
I don't even use that phrase. I've never had writer's block. I thank God for that. There's so much things happening around me, and in my imagination is, I don't know, maybe ADHD on ADHD or something. I don't know. But I've never had writer's block, not even with writing for movies and treatments and video music, stuff like that. Because I've filmed lots of music videos for people. Yeah. I've never had any writer's block as far as no treatments for that or any of the books. It definitely is a blessing to have so much information that I can spread about. And creation I can bring about.
Wow, that's that's special because everybody always deals with, I get it, from time to time I'll take my time and like, I just can't think of anything, but you saying
I've
everything
never had it.
flows.
I've never had it, and it's not a bad thing that to have it. Sometimes it's just God telling you to slow down, let Him move. That's why I probably never get it because He's in charge, and I move how He tells me to move. That's probably why I'm not locked up. Thank God, because I've been in situations I'm like, I better get up out of here.
Right.
And, He's in charge. So,
That's
so yeah,
Yeah.
I listen to what they call discernment.
Okay.
Nice. So I got a question since you write. So you write your own films. You write, the script. You write the characters. Do you have anybody that assists you with some of that, or is that just all you? Kind of like Tyler Perry's. I mean,
Yeah. Basically, it's all me. But my son, he's I guess he's the yin. I may be the yang. He's younger than me, of course. I was a teen mom. I want to share it with you guys. I had my son when I was 15, and so we kind of, I don't want to say grew up together because I was always a stern mom, but I was an understanding mother. So I had to make him grow up fast with me because I'm raising a child myself. So he and I sometimes, he helps me out with more of the, I want to say younger things like, Ma, don't nobody say that word anymore. And I'm like, they don't, because I still use it. And sometimes he give me an idea. He's a movie connoisseur. And he says, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? So we'll talk sometime in the middle of the night. Yeah, he's been a big help with what I'm doing. But as far as the storyline, he kind of jumps in from what I've already written because he's a good high fiver. I enjoy working with him. He's one of the actors in this movie. He's never had a really big leading role like he has.
okay.
I feel as though you have to earn it, and he has earned that spot. So he will definitely show you that he solidified it. It's no favoritism. It's no silver spoon, because we don't got nothing to use silver spoon on around here. We're still struggling, but
Right.
this here is something that he's earned, and he's put forth the effort.
See, yeah, because the reason why I'm asking that is because I know Gillionaire, he does a lot of screenwriting, and so I know in the world of writing, me just watching him, like just write uncontrollably. I mean, like hundreds of pages, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I wanted to know, like, is that just something that it's like when you have that inspiration or you have that in you, do you do the same thing? Do you just keep going, or do you have people like around you like motivating you or giving you some insight, or hey, maybe you should turn this way, or
Yeah, a few pointers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I pretty much tune out other people when I'm working, but with my actors, when they're on set and they want to give me some of themselves, I am kind of lenient. I'll say, okay, what you got? And then sometimes I'll say, when we're in a rush or when time is of essence, I say, let's stick to the script because I know what I've written. I know my shot log. I know what I have to do today. And we're going to race against the sun, which is the time, because the sun goes down a lot sooner. I'm a little stricter with the implementing things and adding things, and I'm like, look, let's just stick to the script because if it's going to be dark outside and my time is going to be gone. But basically, some actors really give you a little bit of themselves when they're acting, and I'll just say keep going because I like that.
Oh, that's great. That's what's up. That's so. So let's just go back a little bit. I know born and raised in Baltimore, right?
Yes.
Can you give us a story?
Be one.
Of
Be one.
Baltimore?
Nothing
Yeah.
more special than Baltimore.
Yeah.
I love Baltimore. I love Baltimore. However you want to say it.
However you wanna say
I'm
it.
from here, homegrown. East Side. I used to live in Douglas Projects. That's a fun fact. A lot of people don't know that. When I was up to like the age of 5, my mom saw that she wanted something better for us, and we moved maybe 4 miles away, but it was better for us. It was on Preston and Patterson Park, and so that's where I was my staple. 30 years of living there. She passed on, and she left our home to us, my siblings. So we still have the home. Whenever someone wants to go back, they can stay there. But we all have our own homes as well. And I didn't move far from the city because I like Baltimore. So I'm right at the city's edge because this is what I like. I like Baltimore City. And I think we're a great city. I think we are underrated. I think we're overlooked at. I think we're over talked about because there are a lot of places that are worse than us. When I say overlooked at, it's like an eye, like the eye through the needle. People always want to see what we're doing. That should let people know that we are something very special.
Right.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself in terms of like it's a gold mine, but nobody sees it until it blows up. Then it's like, oh hey, we should do something there, but it'll be too late by then. But So since we're on that, one of the things I did look up, and it's quite interesting. You were a radio host at one point.
Oh yeah.
So can you tell us about that? How did that come about?
Sure. I gotta say one thing though. Welcome back, anybody. You always welcome back here, y'all. You people that went to ATL, you do still have a home. You're welcome back to Baltimore anytime. But anyway, just had to get it off my chest because we definitely are a gold mine, like you said. I was a radio host for I think it was almost 3 years with YouHaveToListen.com. My segment was Teresa Davis Speaks, and You Listen. I interviewed thousands of people here from Baltimore, lots of producers like myself, lots of radio, other hosts like myself, and plenty of you guys that are you rap artists. I've met a lot of rap artists, man. I can't even name all of them. And each one brought something different, a different element to my show. We talked about the actors. We talked about rappers, we talked about writers, we talked about authors, we talked about screenplay writers. The show had everything on it. I enjoyed the show, but then I decided to leave out of the space that I was in and go about abroad and interview people on the streets, which I still do now. Don't be surprised, you might walk up and see me interviewing somebody or talking or just filming them and just gathering facts. I just like to be out and about. I'm an Aries, so I like to be out, free, and so yeah. But I loved doing the show. I had one of the highest ratings on the show for, I think, 2 years straight. So I'm very confident about speaking in front of people. I like it. I like to exchange ideas and stories. That's what I like to do.
Very outgoing, right? Very outgoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun. I would do it again. I just don't have the time to lock into that right now. I'm so busy doing different stuff. But yeah, that was something special in my life. The you speak, and Teresa Davis Speak and You Listen show by way of what was it? YouHaveToListen.com. I think that was very special for me at that time.
Okay. Like we said, you're an author, right? You we got a book over here called Dope Dick.
Yeah.
I probably should have let you say it, but I already said it.
Hey Lee, you like how you said it? Dope Dick. The emphasis. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Could you tell us a little bit about this book right here?
Dope Dick is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites, guys. It's about a heroin addict. His name is Pinch. And he's very handsome, very charismatic, very fine guy. And he actually looks good, but he starts using it again and he goes to jail. So when he comes home from jail, of course, he's preserved himself. He looks great. You know, he's fine again. His skin is smooth. His hair is wavy, silky. He has the muscle and biceps. And he comes home and he sees this young lady. She's very green. She's just very thrifty. She doesn't dress very well, and she's plain Jane. And he says, "There's his mark." And he meets her, and he uses her for all that she has. And of course, he drifts back into using drugs, and he gives her what we call dope dick. Dope dick could be anything, though. It could be just something special. It could be magnetism. It could be, your style. But in this case, it's the heroin addict, because a lot of people don't realize, but when you're under the influence of heroin, you can stay longer. You have longevity, and and so you can go longer. It's perceived to be that, and that's how a lot of guys get hooked on drugs. So in this story, I write about the drug use. I write about relationships, and I write about how he uses this woman and how things tend to backfire on the character, which is Pinch.
Have you been around drugs all your life, as far as like knowing people?
Yeah.
So on and so forth, going to jail?
I lived on Preston and Patterson Park once again.
Yeah.
I'm from Douglas Court. Yeah.
Got it.
I've been around it a lot, and I've been taught early to not use drugs, and it's easy to tell kids that. So I like to show what will happen to you when you do use drugs. My grandchildren, all three of them, can tell you, "Oh no, we don't want to put that in us. Oh no, we don't want to do that." Because I show you what happens when I write. I teach. I inform. So it's an art. It's like I'm hiding the truth in something so it can be exposed. So yeah, I've been around drugs. I've been around great people. I've been around poor people. I've been around people who have millions of dollars. I've traveled everywhere that I could think that I wanted to do. I have some other places I would love to travel to, but yeah, I think I'm well diverse. I've been around a lot of things, and I've learned what to do and not to do. Like I told you, I go on discernment. I know to get the hell out of there. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that much.
I definitely got to salute you for that book. Now that book is it ours or is it yours?
That's for you guys.
Nah, it's all good. I'm gonna order mine, of course.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
No, that's
definitely.
Yeah, to show support. It's definitely something that when you were just explaining that, I was like, that would be a dope film.
I can't wait to.
That would be a dope film.
I wanted to film it myself, but I think that this book and there's another one called Hysterectomy of the Hood that I have. Those are two. I want to say intricate. Those books have so much visual that I would love for a company or someone big to pick it up because I don't think I have the revenue right now to film that myself with all the props that I would need. If you read it, you would be in a lot of places and you're like, oh my God. So there's going to be a lot of locations for this. And I would love to be someone on set to give, my thoughts on what should be, maybe be not the co-director, but at least be there for reference if someone was to film this because yes, this book is very different from all the others. That one in Hysterectomy in the Hood, they demand a lot more than what I'm filming right now. Not that it's any different. It's just I don't have the revenue right now. I don't know what God's going to do for me later, but right now to film those books, it is an extreme platform of drugs and sex. Yeah, so this book is not for anyone who's under 18. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone who's under 21 myself.
Wow. Is that serious?
Yeah, it's a lot in that book.
Have you you ever sold your script before? Any scripts before?
No, I never did that. That would be nice.
Would you consider writing for others,
Yeah, I have 21 scripts that I've written that's not filmed yet.
Really?
Oh, so you got a lot of work.
Sitting on 21 million right there.
Yeah, about 21. From a place where I was hungry, and right now I'm starving. I never am fulfilled. So everything I give you is from the deep in the gut because I'm starving. Like I'm always going to be starving. Even when I'm where I thought I wanted to get, I'm going to want to get further. I want to do more. I'm just that person.
Okay, so throughout your just going through navigating through your entertainment experience, is anybody that inspired you that you could say, hey, this is like I don't know, a measuring stick, or this is somebody who I like their work, they push me to do great things. Is there anybody like that in your life, or just that you saw?
Oh yeah, I really like what's her name? Oh my God, I what's her name? 911. What's her name?
911. Oh, that emergency.
Yeah.
Oh, she needs a lifeline.
Yeah. I know I got a brain freeze with her. The black actress.
The black
Viola Davis. I love her too.
Viola Davis. Okay.
But the other one, that's a shame. I can't think of it.
Not Kerry Washington.
Oh, she's great. She's great.
Okay, I'm just trying to
help out. Yeah,
I'm trying to see if we in the same ballpark. So Viola Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis is phenomenal. Like I love her facial expressions. I love when she cries. I love when she's angry. Angela Bassett. I couldn't think of it. I do.
Angela Bassett.
Yes, yes. I love when she gets into her character. I love what she does with her body. If her characters, especially with when she did Tina Turner, just to see her envelop her body and change because she wants that, and she's one of the highest paid black television actors right now. So actresses. So I really, it's not about money. I just love the way she acts.
Right.
And Viola Davis, I love how she makes you, especially in Fences. I don't know if you guys saw Fences.
Yeah,
with Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington, yeah.
Yeah, and I was crying the other day because I did a scene at Dee's Place. Shout out to Dee's Place, the recovery center, because we actually do a lot of recovery in that book too. So everything I write goes around recovery, murder, sex, and drugs. It's just what I do. That's just the way I write. But I've written some different things too. I do touch pieces as well. But she just takes you there. When I was in Dee's Place, I wrote the scene, but when I saw the scene acted out, I had to cut because I got filled up. It was like
overwhelming.
I didn't know my scene was gonna come out like that.
Okay. Okay.
And to see these first-time actors and some time actors, some that aren't really seasoned, come on and perform as though they're seasoned and you can't tell a difference. It blew me away. And to talk more about the recovery, my nephew passed away to opiate use. And 2 years ago, this Christmas makes it 2 years. And
Sorry to hear that.
it's part of my crusade. So that's what I write about. It's part of what Baltimore's going through. Yes.
Wow.
We are in a storm. We are in a storm when they're getting younger and younger. And so I'm going to show you prolifically, profoundly, what we're going through. And some people may be angry with me as a result. But it's only facts. It's truth. It's what I see. It's based in Baltimore. It is what it is. And I intend to show you.
Wow. I almost had to pause on that one because I was like, damn, that's heavy. And it's true because we see it every day. You know, so with that being said, I know you've been through a lot of different things as we all have, but I do have to ask you, like, is there any defining moment, like any trials and tribulations that you went through that really took you over the hump, like really made you like do 360 degrees all the way around? Like, you know what? This was it. You know what I'm saying? Something that you went through in your life that made you see things differently.
Oh, yeah. So many of them as a compilation of things that keep me going, that keep me grounded, they keep me humble, if you will. One day I was getting dressed. And forgive me if I get filled up, but...
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So,
we're here.
Yeah.
Take your
I get
time.
dressed and I'm about to leave. And I go outside and my car's not there. And it was just a rough time for me. I had just had a fire in my home. And those things push me. They pull me. They drag me. They influence me to do better. And there are people who do as well. When we had the COVID, there was a young lady, I used to service her hair and do her hair. I'm a hairstylist by trade. That's my career. And I hadn't done her hair in years. And she appeared at my door. At this particular time, I was going through something. And she had a box full with Lysol and food and water. And I'm like, wow. I was like, oh, come on in. And she had her face mask on. It was at the height of it. We didn't know what it was then. Lots of people didn't know what it was. Even scientists, so-called, they say didn't know, but that's another story. But a lot of people didn't know what the COVID was. And she said, hey, I brought you something. It was a care box. That pushed me. That let me know that people are still real and love each other. Hadn't done her hair in years, 2 years at the most, I think it was. Wow. And she just appeared. So there, when I look on Instagram and I see someone maybe DM me or Facebook and messenger me, we love what you're doing, don't stop. Sometimes it's the right time to hear that. The exact time that you need to hear, don't stop. You guys are making me cry.
No, look, I agree with you because there's been times where, like, you never know when somebody's at their breaking point.
Right.
Because there was one time where, you know, I think we was going to stop. And then somebody was just like, hey, you know, I was going through something in my life. I don't want to put him out there, but he was going through something and, you know, he was just ready to, like, kind of, like, give up on life. He was at work, just working, like, just crazy hours, and, you know, his home life was messed up and everything. And he said that he would look at our podcast because we used to always make him laugh. Like, the stuff that we would say, and, you know, it took him away from his current reality and just gave him, like, you know, sometimes we all need a break. Like, when we break down and stuff like that, we have different outlets, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they go to the gym, they work out. Some people smoke, some people drink, some people travel, and they reset for, you know, one moment or another.
Me, yeah.
For him, it was just like, I just wanted to watch you guys because you're entertaining, and I was like, all right, I guess.
Everybody.
Because I'm like, yo, I don't want to do this shit no more. And we have our own lives. You have your own life. Lee has his own life, but we're here still providing, you know what I'm saying, for the people that, you know, are watching us and they applauding us. So for you to like actually zone in on the fact that, hey, there was somebody that, you know, like saw what you were doing and was just like, look, here, it probably meant nothing to her, but to you at that particular moment, like you really needed that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that testament right there was all I needed.
I think a lot of people are embarrassed to ask for help as well too. So,
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't like to ask for help.
yeah.
It really takes something out of me. If I ask you for help, you can bet it. I need it.
That's what, and see, that's another thing. Like, so you probably the type of person, like me and a few of my other people, they intentionally can't tell me what they're going through because I'm so quick to jump and just say, oh, here you go. So you can't tell me like, oh, man, I want to get this because I'm like, all right, cool. Without saying anything, I send it. So when somebody actually asks me for something that they don't normally do that, I'm dropping everything that I'm doing to do it for them because they're not the type of person to come to me and ask for anything. And it's not even so much a pride thing, but like, once again, I mean, we had this on the, one episode. We were just like, look, some people are just so hardwired to being independent that when it's time to ask for help, they don't really know
I
how.
don't know how.
You
I
know,
can give.
that's all they do is give.
But you want me to ask? I bet you I needed you if I asked. You know who you are. Anybody that asks for help. But I do receive it. I try. I'm getting better with being humble and receiving it and, you know, accepting it.
You can you name one of the biggest accomplishments that you ever did? I mean, because you won awards, you wrote a book, you got movies. Which you can name two if you may. Like anything that you feel like I actually did this. Like
Did that.
Yeah, I did that. I did it.
I had to perform. This was crazy. The day my mother died, I was performing. I forget the name of the place. It's over West Baltimore, and I did comedy, I did stand up, I did poetry. I don't know what I haven't done, but
Wow.
I thank God for all those things they've given me to do. And my mother died. I went to the hospital, and I went to see her. I didn't make it on time. I got a ticket. I parked somewhere, and I ran, and I didn't make it. My sister was there, but I didn't make it in time. But I was always taught by my mother to do whatever I obligated myself to do. So the guy was sending me a big limousine to my house to pick me up and my family. And my nephew went with me. My son was a little too devastated. I don't understand that. You know, my nephew went and I did a show. It was one of the biggest shows I've ever done in my life. I had a standing ovation and no one even knew that my mother had died, and I announced it after the show. That was like one of the biggest shows. It was like she was just watching over me. When everyone's clapping, I just saw these lights in my face, and I just knew that I did what she wanted me to do. So I'm not a big person who gives up easily. That was one. And then when I won the 2014 Titan Arts Award for Best Director over the Baltimore DMV, it was... That was up there.
It right there.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. Round of applause for you for
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one. For sure.
yeah. We had the horns for that one.
Yeah.
I'm losing
There we go.
I'm losing my line of questioning. Hearing this, like,
Yeah, this is all
making me losing my line of questioning because, like, that's really heartfelt. I think this is probably one of the most heartfelt. Damn,
yeah.
I know what I'm gonna ask, but it's
Right.
like, damn, I'm getting, you know, mother passing away. You know, right before you going to see her, like, so it's I couldn't imagine. 'Cause my mother's still here. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
Fortunately,
Same thing.
mom's
yeah.
is not
I
here.
didn't- yeah.
Same.
Almost the same story. Like, you know, I was there in the hospital with her, and then I left just to take care of, you know, my son was in the house, and his sister, which is not my daughter, but nonetheless, I got a phone call. Like, I was like, I just left, and she said, you know, you might need to come back. And then by the time I was there, she was already gone. So yeah, it's
Tough.
pretty much. Yeah, it's tough.
But I believe the last time is the best time. The last time you talk to someone, my mother was very outgoing. She made me who I am. She's the one that taught me that you had to have more than one thing. One thing. You got one thing, that's all you got. But if you have a plethora of things, then you got things to fall back on, you got things to turn to. And so that's why I probably do so much. I never knew a woman who had so many jobs. I was raised by a stepdad, like you said, that child there that wasn't yours, but I'm sure you poured into that child. I was raised by a stepdad, and he had a lot of jobs. He had 2 professional jobs, and the rest was something that he created. And so that's why I may expect more from people than I should, because I'm trying to figure out, like, what else do you do? Like, you can do many things. And that's why I don't ever feel like I'm tied down, because I'm used to doing many things and watching my parents do many things and my siblings do many things.
Got you. What about being a mechanic? Would you?
My stepdad was a mechanic. He was a mechanic.
Oh yeah,
That's what he was.
Wow.
And he, I was a little fast thing. I had my son early, and I was learning how to do things. So I know some things about cars.
Okay.
That's how I knew what you were talking about when you said the weather changed the tire. I knew about that because it swells and, And I was so fast when he was trying to teach me to learn the trade. I learned some things, helping, passing things and all that. I learned how to fish. I learned how to make food. Not cooking, but I learned how to do preserves. I used to like onion pickles. And my dad said, "You're spending too much money with these people. You can make your own onion pickles." And I'm like, "No, I want the ones from the store.
right.
That's what I want." And so he taught me how to make onion pickles. He taught me how to make sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. He taught me how to do okra. I learned how to make a lot of stuff, but I'm not a good cook, trust me. But I can survive. So yeah.
Okay. I want to ask a couple more questions. As far as, since you do movies, what movie in particular you feel like is your favorite movie? You could name top 3.
My favorite.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's
3.
tough.
Since you do movies,
Top 3?
Yeah.
You give me 3? Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
give 3.
I'm gonna give you Ghetto Misery Uncut. That's one of my first projects, and that's it's very dear to me and my son. The second one, I don't even want to say it out loud because the city's gonna go crazy. They're waiting on this. It's Percocet. That's one of my favorites that I've done. I've written and I filmed with Leonard Coleman. We filmed it together throughout the streets of Baltimore in the trenches. Percocet. I had to do some things with Percocet just so people that are watching. I know you guys are wondering. I had to go back in and do some changes. Some people didn't want to be in it, even though you signed the waiver, you signed your consent, you signed your contract. I just felt as though I don't have to take you out. I don't have to use you. You use what the final cut is that, final cut. I was asked to take certain people out, and they asked me that out of anger. So I waited for a while to see if they would change their minds, because I had gotten a divorce, and some people pretty much wanted to favor my ex, and I was like, what are we doing? We're grown adults. But it's okay. So I went in and I removed some of those people that asked me. It was just a couple. When you do that, you have to change a lot of the scenes. So that was a lot of work. So we're still working on some things.
Okay.
I wanted to keep those people in, but I try to give people what they want. Sometimes I may tell you no, because I think that if you're in a scene where there's a lot of people, it's not fair to those who put their time and worked in, and I will say no. But if I can make it happen and make people happy, I will do that, because the headache is not worth it. But if I deem it necessary, I won't, because you signed your waiver. That's the importance of signing things. So I signed before the show. You can put me on anywhere, any platform you like. You can put this on the moon if you can reach it, and I can't say a word.
I like that. Could you name some of the actors/actresses that you've worked with?
I worked with the 52nd Mayor, Jack Young. I worked with the former police deputy commissioner, Melvin Russell. He plays in this movie Kicking Indoors. I worked with Squirrel White, Lil Black. I'm naming the people that are in this movie. Try my best. Everyone is big to me. Everyone is special to me. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh God, there are so many people that Charlie Hurt.
I know you did some with Gilly.
Yes, Gilly the Kid. He played in Ghetto Misery Uncut. Gilly the Kid at the time, and now it's Gilly the King. It was very nice working with him. He's such a funny guy.
Okay.
He's just static.
You got a lot of energy.
Yeah, I worked with Mama Jones. That was a really fun one. She's definitely her. She's definitely there's no act with her. That's her.
That's
Jim
Jim
Jones'
Jones'
mom.
mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can see that movie on YouTube. It's called Laced.
Okay.
I worked with so many people. I worked with True Bill Rico Reed. He just turned himself into the feds. It was fun working with him for 2 years. I was a sad, bitter moment when he had to go turn himself in, but he was on borrowed time. I worked with him all the while that he was on the box. I knew he was going to turn himself in sometime or another, but he gave me.
I just seen a post not too, yeah, it was like November 16th or somewhere in there, like last week or something, or no,
About
no,
2 weeks
actually
ago, about
2 weeks
3
ago,
weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's in the mountains now, and shout out to him.
Okay.
Jesus, there are so many people in this film that is crazy. Like people just won't believe the art that we have here. We have Trill GC, uh, Drell, Turk P Diddy from the Creek Boys. I work with Fetty Mula from the Creek Boys. There's so many people that if I name everyone, they'll probably be mad at me. But there are some greats. I think Baltimore has a great amount of people that deserve being looked at. This weekend we're working with B City. He's a rapper from Baltimore. I don't know if you guys know who B City is. He's definitely solidified himself.
Wow.
So yeah, I've worked with Shannon Holmes in the film Be More Careful. I did the casting for Baltimore City for the movie Be More Careful. It's going to be coming out soon. I think they're going to put it on Tubi. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to see where it's going to go. So we got a lot of actors. Some that you name actually play in Be More Careful.
Oh, nice.
That I actually casted.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we gonna get them to spin the block. You know what I mean? Come
Yeah.
back around here, like,
Talk
listen.
about that when that
They
drops.
probably can't talk about it, but
until it drops.
Yeah, it's going to drop soon. You got to have Shannon come on. So
Shannon, come on down.
Going down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, the price is right. So, is there anyone that you would like to work with?
well, right now I'm currently working with Ray Luga. I don't know if you know who Ray Luga is. He's a music producer here in Baltimore. He's
Yeah, I've never heard their name before.
he does a lot of music videos and he also does music himself.
Okay.
He's a rapper himself. We're working on the project called Affiliated. This is a big one for Baltimore.
I see.
This is a big one, just as well as kicking indoors. It's right there. We're working side to side. We just started production. Yeah, it's about gangs. So we're talking about the Orients of how it started and the youth that are getting into the gangs. We're actually doing awareness through art, through showing you, like I say, profoundness. We're going to show you about the gangs. We're going to show you the darkness, but we're going to also show you the clues as to what your children are doing. Maybe that type of necklace they're wearing, the type of socks they're wearing, the type of beads they're wearing, the type of bandanas that they're wearing, these small objects that they're placing in front of your eyes. And it's a story that Ray Luga wrote. He wrote it 10 years ago, and we've been friends for a very long time. And he asked me 10 years ago to do the movie with him. And I was like, oh yeah, we're going to do it, but let me know when you're ready. And he came back about us, I think it was like 7 years into writing. He's like, I'm almost ready, sis. And then time flew by, and he called me and said, let's get it. And we're working. Him and a guy named Dawes is also working with us on the technical side.
Okay.
And so I'm helping with the directing, and I'm also helping with just to getting them ready to act and stuff like that. Everything that needs to be done is that we're working as a conglomerate as to head toward one goal together.
I see that everything is just pretty much Baltimore.
Yeah, I love Baltimore.
It's nothing outside. Nobody.
But it's my first time doing just a Baltimore movie.
Okay.
This is my second time with Ray. Prior to that, a lot of my movies were filmed different places, and I added Baltimore in, or vice versa. But this one is strictly and solely Baltimore, filmed strictly and solely here, and so is Affiliated. Affiliated has some really good. Turk P Diddy's playing in it as one of the leading roles. Fetty Muda is one of the leading roles, and B City has a supporting character. There's a lot playing in this movie. A lot of rappers from Baltimore. So, Fat Ant. So a lot of the people from West Side, West Side Certified, they used to be with True Bill. A lot of them are in the movie too.
Okay.
So my son actually has a small role. Leonard Coleman. Lots of people from Baltimore are in this movie so far.
Wow.
Oh man, now I can't wait to see it.
I know. So so speaking of So you mentioned a lot of names. So if there's anybody that is up and coming and they in the city and they would want to be a part of any of your works, how would they, get a hold of you? Like, is there a particular casting that you take,
Like
or you
system.
advertise, or how does that work? How would somebody want to, communicate that to you some way, somehow?
Well, we have casting sometime, and I'll put it on our pages. But the old-fashioned way, people DM me, they send me their headshots, and that's the old-fashioned way now. Now we gotta say old-fashioned. That's just taking over the social media, and so they send me sometimes reels, sometimes they send me monologues. But basically, just show me that you want to be a part of something, and you're gonna pour in. And when I mean pour in, I don't mean just be a part and then we don't see you anymore. We're not on your platform. We don't see you. We don't see our work on your page. We don't see you on your page doing what you're doing with us. That to me is a big deal. That's the easiest way to be a part of something is to. It don't have to be you. You can put up your partner. You can put up your castmate. It doesn't have to be. I wasn't on a movie in like 3 months, so I haven't posted anything. But your castmates are. You can share what you see us posting.
So would it bunk send you to get on this? I gotta shout him out. 'Cause that's my brother, so I have to. I don't
That's
have
a
a
good
choice.
dude. That's a good dude.
Solid.
That says a lot about you. He's a good guy, and he pours into everything that he's in. I don't care what project he's in. I don't care if it's not a project. Whatever he's doing, he's a nice guy. He takes care of his kids. He's a well-to-do guy to be around. So that says a lot about you.
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't know you well, but that tells me a lot about you.
He's solid.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
good guy.
How I met him was on the set of We Own This City. I was on the set and he was on the set. We were both doing background and people were surprised. Like, you doing background? Teresa Davis. And I was there like, you remember that show, Undercover Job, something like that?
Oh yeah. That undercover boss or something.
Yeah. I felt like that on the show because I was like,
Undercover boss.
what I'm doing. I had my little, I guess it's like I made myself up different wigs, and because I just want to be there. I just want to have fun. I just wanted to act. I wanted to learn because I think behind the scenes is the best place to learn anything.
Yeah.
That's where you start. That's where you get what's really happening. Even being a boom. If you're interested in film, holding the boom, that's a big thing. Holding reflectors, whatever, that's a big thing. Miking people up. That's how you learn. So I was on We Own the City. It was a great show. I enjoyed being on the show. I took my mental report card with me. I checked off what I thought I was doing and what I could work on better, just to better myself. And so, I got a chance to work with John Bernthal. I actually have a scene where I'm in a scene with him that I wasn't supposed to really be in that spot with him, but he and I start talking. And he was like, "Where you from?" I was like, "B-more, what's up?" What you talking about? Always having fun with him. He's a funny guy. Yeah. He's got his own podcast too. And we were talking and he was like, "Well, what's your name?" I'm like, "Teresa Davis." He's like, "Oh, you Teresa Davis is the whole name?" I said, "Did you ask my name?" My mom said that's my whole name. So I've always introduced myself as Teresa Davis because that's who I am. And so he said, "Well, I want you to do this. I want you to do that." And so I'm looking at Ronaldo Green. He's the director of We Own This City. And I'm looking at him, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead and do it." And so I do it, and then he gave me speaking lines. I'm like, "Whoa, can he do that?" So I just did the speaking lines, and then Ronaldo Green, the director, said, "Hey, cut, we'll do it again. This time, I just want you to laugh, because I'm not on the books, because you have to be on the books for speaking." And so he was like, "Okay." So I just laughed and did the scene. It was incredible to be working with John. And then in the hallway, I saw Bunky in line waiting to get our COVID test, I think it was. And I was like, "What's up? How you doing?" He's, "How you doing?" So we asked each other our names. He's a networker, so he's networking. I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing a movie too called Kicking Indoors." He was like, "Really?" And I gave him info. He followed through, and look at this now. He's already done a few jail scenes, and today he's doing a scene where he's in the projects, and then the following week he's doing a scene outside in a jail scene. So yeah, he's fun to work with, and he thinks about others.
Can we get Bunk on the show, bro?
Yeah.
Can we?
He's been in a lot of things.
He's been asking me to come up here for the longest, and I'm like, all right, I'm just waiting for the right timing. But we'll get him up here.
I think he just wrapped up with Lady in the Lake. He's been in a lot of movies.
I think he's supposed to be going out to Atlanta. He said,
Come back home. Come back home, though. Don't get stuck in
he
Atlanta.
was like, yeah, he's gonna be gone for a little bit. I'm like,
Don't get stuck in Atlanta, buddy. Bring it home. But yeah, he's gonna be a big person in life. I think he's gonna do some big things because he's already doing it, and he's humble.
Yeah. He is.
He looks out for people. That's
Yeah.
what
That's awesome.
is a good person.
yeah, off the cameras, yeah.
Right.
sure.
Can you talk about TD Productions and actually the future for TD Productions?
Oh yeah, I'm excited about TD Productions. Shout out to my son Stephen Kelly, Jr. When I first started TD Productions, my son, he used to always get on me because I'm a, sort of like Bunky, but I'm trying to get better with it. I would just pour into everybody until I didn't have anything left in my cup to pour into me. And he's like, "Ma, you write everybody's name and you got everybody on your page, and they don't give you reciprocate," is what he's saying. Because of course he loves me, so he's like, "You don't see it," and I do. But I love doing what I do, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
I just love doing what I do.
Right.
So he's like, you gotta write TD Productions. This time he's very young when he said this. He's 39 now, and he's like, you should be writing that. And I was like, all right. So I started writing it here and there. And he's like, you know what? You need a logo. So holla at my boy Mike Mega. I don't know if you guys know Mike Mega. He's a filmmaker here in Baltimore. He does a lot of, if you want 3D logos, he does that.
Really? Okay.
He made all my logos. And so I started using it more, like he said. And yeah, then it became a staple. And it's in everyone's home now. And he's right. I do have to promote myself first.
Yeah.
I do have to know my worth. And I do have to know what me and Lee was talking about when we're pulled too many different places and directions that, we're tapped out. That I do have to realize that I come first, and then I can help others. I can't be any good unless I help myself first.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Wow.
I got a question as I'm sitting over here. I noticed a current theme of things happening. It seems like it's centrally located around the education.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been seeing this theme being populated throughout this interview. It seemed like what you do a lot is you take your life journey, you take your experiences and your observation, and you translate them through some form of artistry,
Wow.
whether it be in your poetry, you said stand up, and now directing.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that start at for you?
In school, I used to write school plays, and it's ironic I don't even do plays. I don't know. I just don't. I did so many in school. I wrote so many, and they were chosen, and then I just transferred that to books more, maybe so.
So, like, what age was that around?
I had to be about 13, 14. Yeah, before I got expelled and put out. Yeah.
Damn.
Then I went back.
Damn.
Yeah, I graduated from Lake Clifton, but I've been to another school. What was, I forget the name of it, but it was for people like me. I had a temper. We all have something that we had to work on, and I've gotten in control of my temper. I got in front of that. I was the type of person that if I had a friend, so like with Bunky, I was saying Bunky's a good guy, and you bullied my friend, you're not gonna bully my friend. No.
I got some people for you. Because yeah.
So I kind of stayed in trouble, but life experiences. So I've grown, and like I said, I was a teen parent. I had a lot of obstacles that I've overcome. I like to think that I've overcome them, and I share my stories. I used to read Judy Blume books all the time, and she was like creating awareness and teaching. And so I believe in my hood movies. I believe in my touch pieces. I'm a diverse writer, but I also believe in teaching, and you can hide that in between something. You can put it in plain sight.
Okay. Do you think is what you think is the next step, or what advice would you give to somebody that's probably was at where you was at that point to get them, to find an outlet that's positive like this, whether it be writing or whatever, but where can they start at?
I was just talking about writing. There's a guy who wrote a book, and I don't want to say his name, but I'm so proud of him. He told me 2 years ago he was writing a book, and he called me last week, and he asked me for the next step. Because I said, I can't help you write your book, but I'll give you the next step as to how to publish it. Library of Congress, where to put it, the Dewey Decimal System, and the ISBN number. I can help you with all that. And he came back 2 years, and he did it. I believe in helping people but not giving them everything that I know. I don't believe that a person should be given anything and everything that you know. It may sound vile, may sound crass, but I don't. No one's going to give you everything that they know. Trust me. They may hand spoon feed you. They may break you off a little. They're not going to show you everything that you know. But I do believe in enriching people. I'm going to show you a path, and that's your path. Everyone has their own path. But I'm not going to give you my blueprint of TERESA Davis. It doesn't even make sense. Because I've had people that I've given a lot to Two, and I've seen they barely show me anything. And when they do, they half do it. And I'm like, wow, thanks. But you learn, you live and you learn. But I do believe in enriching people and helping people. And I believe in, if you remember when you first learned how to walk, I'm sure someone was standing behind you or in front of you with their hand out. I believe in doing that, helping as much as I can, but not going overboard where I've given you all of me. I don't think that what I show you should look just like Teresa Davis.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's ridiculous.
Got to be different.
I don't expect for you to give me everything
Yeah.
for
Do
me
you
to
think
look.
that
like
that
Gillian.
deprives them of their journey?
Also, it cripples them because then there's only one thing they have. They don't have another. You have to keep pouring into that person to make another. You only going to get that one thing that I gave you, and you're going to run with it, and that's going to be you. You need to pull out you, so I can help you for what it's worth, but I'm not going to give you a carbon copy of Teresa Davis.
No.
Yeah, my dad does that all the time. Like, I'll go to him for answers. He'll give me some, but then he's like, nah, you figure that out. Because if I keep giving you the answers, you're just gonna keep coming back. You figure that out. He said he'll be like, don't call me. Don't call me again. And he's like, I'm serious. Don't call me again for that. And I'm like, okay.
Think you're a better man.
I gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things that I will go to him and I'm like, no, I really need this answer. Like I seriously, but he doesn't give me all the answers. He'll be like, nah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, but I need you to, like, no. He'll be like, no. It's
it
a
makes you a
hard
better
no.
Yeah.
My first movie, Ghetto Misery Uncut, is from my first novel, and the second one is Ghetto Misery Uncut, Street Landlords. That's part 2. All those things are on Kindle. The guy Eric who was filming my movie, it was 3 guys: Eric, Chris, and another guy, Tony. When I first came to set, I don't know anything about film, and he was like, "Oh, you want us to film? So tomorrow morning you need to have your shot log." I like, what the hell is that?
What is that?
What you talking about, yo? He was like, your shot log, dude. So I'm like, he said, go find out what that is. And tomorrow you should be there with it. My son's like, Ma, we got to look it up. You got to find out what it is, because he's excited to film the next day. I'm paying these people, but you immediately look for a shot log. I'm paying you. But no, it's your story. I learned something that I had better find out what a shot log is. I looked it up. I wrote the shot log. I was there the next day, and he looked at me like, yeah. Let's work.
That's it.
It's not going to give you everything. Not going to hand you what you need. It's not even going to mean it or be worth it when you get it or feel good because you had it given to you.
Right.
'Cause I remember that day, that shot log. Wow. And now I'm just doing plenty of shot logs. Yeah. Sometimes it's in my head, but it's easy.
I want to know with all the stuff that you're doing and everything, when does Teresa Davis let her hair down? You know what I'm saying? When does she party?
Oh, man, I don't really party anymore. I get a chance. But I think when I'm on the set, like, I can't wait till tonight, till around 4, when I film with Bunky. We're going to be at the projects, that whole feel, that whole look. I'm showing Baltimore. That's like, let my hair down. So Sunday, when I film, we're doing the yard scenes, the jail scenes. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be off the chain. I can't wait for the elements. I can't wait for the synergy. I can't wait for the people that's coming to work with me. That right there gives me a euphoria. Like, I'm out and about. I'm at the club for real. That gives me that same, the beat, the feeling of the beat. I'm out here and everybody's having fun. Everybody's hugging each other. That hug, when I see black people, and especially black men, give each other a pound and hug each other, really mean that embrace, dude, that does a lot for me. Like, boy, how you been?
Yeah.
And then the girl, I remember you.
Yeah.
That's
that good feeling right there, right?
It'll make you start late because it's still filming behind the scenes. I'm watching people eat. Of course, I gotta make something to eat. They love my spaghetti, so I guess I'll do spaghetti again Saturday.
Okay. I thought you said you didn't know how to cook.
I don't.
Okay. Wait
Spaghetti is noodles. Like, don't be asking for no stuff that I can't make.
Okay.
The spaghetti, I make good spaghetti.
Got you.
I make good shrimp. I make good cabbage. Let me stop. But I can cook a little something. I can hold my own. Okay. But I just recently found out that you put a lot of trust in people, and they're not going to be who you think they are all the time. I just want to see the best in people a lot, and so I just broke up with someone. So now I'm really, really not attached. I don't have to worry about how long I'm going to be, where I'm going to be, where you at now. You done yet? Are you almost finished? Oh, we're filming again. I saw because now I'm just free. I'm free. I'm like a bird. I can just get all my work done. Like I don't normally film on Tuesdays, but I'm filming today. I can work on 2 projects at one time. I'm working with Ray Luger. He's awesome to work with. So it's like I'm free.
Got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to do
Music
life, and love?
Let's go. Let's
okay.
with the music, life, and love segment.
So, because I was about to go down a whole nother path with that one, but I like the way that it went. So, this is music, life, and love. This is the part of the show where you get to pick music, life, or love as a topic, and then we just throw you a question, and we just go from there. So let me know if you want to do music first, life, or love.
Music.
You want to do music?
Yes.
Do you want me to do it?
You could. Yeah, you
all
could
right, cool.
Hit it with the music. It's cool.
Who are your top 3 singers of all time?
All times.
All time, top 3. In order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luther Vandross. Sade.
It's gonna be tough.
Who else do I like? Oh, I love Bob Marley.
Oh, damn! I didn't expect that.
That came from left field. I
expect
did
that.
not expect you to say Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's dope. That's dope.
All right.
All right.
3 little birds at my doorstep,
Yeah.
singing sweet song. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's dope. It's dope.
So that's
That was music.
So you want to do life or you want to do love? Either way, I don't got to do this one, so I'm good.
Oh yeah, well,
Huh?
I got the life question.
You got
so
the
if
life
she
one?
picks love, I'll let her.
Oh no, love. I'll do love.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
let me know
Okay.
Where'd you- yeah.
Okay, life.
You want to do life?
Yeah.
All right. TD Productions is here in Baltimore. Now, if a major company came up to you and say, "Hey, listen, we want you to, we want your company. We love what you're doing. We need you to relocate." What are you doing?
Oh my God, I'm cross-eyed. I'm trying to be. Can I bring Baltimore with me? Can I bring Baltimore with me?
Major company.
Hollywood.
I'm talking about big money, big time, everything.
And I can help
But you got
Baltimore?
Or Tyler Perry Studios.
I love Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Georgia, right? That's in Georgia. Yeah. So
You would have to leave though.
Really
have-
can't find a man. Come on, y'all.
oh, not in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm
Oh, you
scared.
screwed. You
I
gotta go
can't find a
there.
man down there.
You could find a lot of guys out there.
They've been with guys, they've been with women, they've been with guys. That makes it tough.
Let's not.
But you
let's
going there
not
for
do that.
work though.
Yeah, but
But you still gotta mingle.
yeah,
You'll be good out there.
I gotta get back to dating one day. Jesus,
Nah, that's,
It'd be easy out there.
that's a must.
would I do it? What's the question? Would I do it?
Yeah, the question is, would you relocate for that major company?
It's a 2-part question for me because I can't say no because I that sounds really good because that's the goal to get my company off the ground. I would love to have my actresses and actors and crew if that was a part of the situation because I love to bring who helped me
Right.
and who have poured into Teresa and I poured back into. I would love to go there and get off on my feet, and then I hate to tell you, but I would come back and I would build what I really want to see here in Baltimore.
Got you.
So I might be a little sneaky with it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. I think that's the best thing to do. To be.
But
honest with
you would go.
Yeah.
she'll go.
Regardless, it could be Los Angeles,
Yeah, I would
Hollywood.
go. I would go and plant my feet, get what I want. And like you guys have more than one studio, then I would have more than one place to work out of. Yeah.
So basically you setting up shop.
Exactly. Put it down. My homeboy way. I'm going down there. I'm gonna set the spot up, and I'm gonna slide back through, and I'm gonna set this spot up, and then we're gonna have a couple trenches. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do all this in one. You heard me?
Okay.
Yeah, be more, baby.
That's what's up.
Alright.
I'm gonna work that out.
Now, because a lot of people would say, "No, I'm not leaving. I want to start everything from here. I want to build it from the ground up."
Well, I already started from here though.
Yeah, but you,
My name, I've started with, I believe in my name, and my name is sacred. Like to me, the first thing about you, the most important thing about you, the only thing about you that's most important is your name. I've already
established.
solidified my name. So yeah, I'm just gonna go like you guys got one downtown, you guys got one here, then I'll have one in ATL, wherever they would be, LA, and I have one here because there's some things here in Baltimore I'm not finished with yet. I really want to do
Okay.
Nice.
for people. This for people who don't even know they need help, but you know, especially with the mental illness. That's why I write about a lot of stuff like that.
Wow.
Got it. Awesome.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So then
love
you got
question,
love.
right?
So the love question, the one that I have, I like this one. Who is or was your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Who do I like? That was a. Hold up.
Past, present.
Present.
I don't know about the future.
Could be
We
somebody
don't
you
know.
met 2 days ago, yesterday.
Celebrity crush.
Who is your celebrity crush? And I kind of think everybody has one.
I'm trying to figure out. Do I really have one?
I think so.
That I thought was
Gotta be-
cute.
It's got to be somebody.
That you would want to like, hey, let's go out on a date. Hey.
You know what? I like Sean Penn. I don't date outside my race though, but I would go eat with Sean Penn. Man, he got so much knowledge. Like, let me eat with you, bro. Let me just eat with you. I would eat with Sean Penn
Sean
right
Penn?
now. Great director.
Okay. So I mean, y'all in the same path, so it makes sense.
I would love to eat with him. Just eat, talk. I mean, I would kiss
It's a
Sean
date.
Penn too, though.
It's a date.
Oh, really? Yeah, she said she would.
I would kiss Sean Penn.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah,
I wouldn't go as far as to be intimate. That's intimate. Kissing to me is very intimate.
That's
But I wouldn't go too far to do anything else because I won't go outside my race.
the kiss. But the kiss is like that's the precursor. That starts the fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's you turning the stove on. Like
If you turn the stove on, you got to finish cooking.
it's about to.
Well, I would kiss him at the end of our date. That would just be a kiss. I'll seal it with a kiss with Sean Penn. If I can get past his nose, of course. But yeah.
Okay.
Sean Penn. All right, Sean
Yeah,
Penn, bro.
That's my guy, though.
Who else? Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Like that you?
Well, I like black men, though. So I wouldn't kiss Denzel because Denzel's married. I don't even know Sean Penn's status. It's not a crush if I don't know your status, but
Yeah, nah.
But I would love to sit in front of Denzel and just so I can get the knowledge, not so much about the movies, because he gives that away every time he talks, but the knowledge about life so I can give them to my grandkids because he has so much to offer when he gives out information. And I would love to sit in front of him just for life, the life part of it all.
Okay.
And sit in front of him and then just pose and take pictures with him just because. Like, I'm with this nugget. You know what I'm saying? With Denzel. And I want to leave feeling satisfied with some information.
Yeah.
When I'm around people, I've met a lot of celebrities. And when I'm around them, I don't want to seem as though I'm some type of groupie because I'm not. I get information. Like I did with Ronaldo Green. We were in the line.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one who did the movie for Serena. Serena's what's the name of that movie?
Oh, Serena, right? With
No. It was. You talking about the one with Will Smith?
Yes.
yeah.
And what's the name of it? It's
no, Serena. Damn.
It's
Jesus Christ.
the Serena and Rena's the sisters.
The sisters. Yeah.
Did the movie on that. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, I forgot too. Damn.
He also did We Own the City.
Name drop.
Yeah. So we're in line at the studio. I didn't know that he was who he was. So they had one bathroom, which I thought was crazy. So I had to go really bad. It was a long line. And he's standing beside me. He had to go too. I'm like, this is ridiculous. They got one bathroom. It's crazy. Who thought of this? And
King
he started
Richard.
laughing. Yeah, King Richard.
King
was.
Richard, that's what it is. Okay.
Yes. He got he got an award for that too. And so
Yeah.
he's standing there and he's like, yeah, who thought of this? I'm like, I don't know, but I gotta go. I was like, they got one bathroom. And I was like, hold up, you got here at 5:30 and I think he got there at 5:30 because I had gotten there a little before him. And I was like, I saw you. And he was like, oh yeah. I said, what you do? You been here early, you been here all day. It's going on 3:00. And he was like, oh, what I do? I'm the director. I said, stop playing.
Wow.
Real? Let's take some pictures. He was like, all right, let's take some pictures. And I just asked him a few things about, the business. And he was very forthcoming. That's what I think people should do. When you like something and you want to do something, you have to investigate.
Yeah.
And not so much be a groupie, but, use what you have and talking to people. Some people just want to be talked to, want to be welcome, want to be noticed, want to be thanked. Not always want to be gawked over or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You never know what you pull out of that as well too. Just having a conversation, let it be natural as well too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't try to, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's always a natural feel. It's a good feeling to talk to anybody, period. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
You can put me anywhere on God green earth, I'm going to talk to anybody.
Yeah. I used to date this guy years ago. He's like, I keep talking to people. I was like, why you're not? We're sitting here, we just say it's awkwardness. Can we just say hi?
Right.
And I used to always say hi to people. It was funny because when I was young, my son's dad, and he was a lot older than me, 4 years. And I used to be mad when he talked to people. And then I started opening up and realizing, oh, yeah, it's cool to talk to people. I used to be mad. Stop talking to her. Stop talking to people.
Yeah.
A little fresh self.
Hey, you from Baltimore? That's what it is.
But I love talking to people, though.
Little spiciness. Okay.
That's good.
That's what's up.
That's good. I know now. We know you got to get out of here and stuff. You know, I'm
It's so nice here. You got to put me out.
No, but we know you got stuff to do. But,
Yeah, I got to film.
Definitely let us know, like, you know, your Instagram and where people could reach you if, you know, they want to get a hold of you.
Yes. You can reach me mostly on all platforms with just Teresa Davis. And it's without an H. So it's TERESA DAVIS on all my platforms. Instagram, you're going to have to do 2 underscores and then Teresa Davis and 2 underscores. I follow back, but I will look at your page and I will see. As long as we don't got a whole lot of booty clapping, you know what I'm saying? And people in briefs and oh my God. If I think your page is full of substance, I will follow back, you know. So, and my page is clean too, so we can have fun. You can see a lot of stuff that's on my page. So it's Teresa Davis.
Okay, cool. And is there anything upcoming that you want the people to know about?
Be on the lookout. Get ready for Kicking Indoors. We have just made one giant step to ending the movie. We're really getting close. Nina Fowler, shout out to Nina Fowler. She just did her exit scene Sunday, and she played in the movie for a very long time. She lives 3 hours away. She drove here 3 hours every time, coming and going. We appreciate you, Nina. So we're taking one giant step to getting close to the end, and I'm really getting excited. So we'd like for you guys to look out for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. There you have it. Lee, I don't know if you got anything.
Nope. Keep building, keep growing.
Thank you, Lee.
All right,
Keep it
Gillionaire.
straightforward, like how you like it, right?
Thanks. Straightforward. Straight like I like my men, and straight like I like my drink, and straight like the yellow line in the street. Let's keep it straight.
Yeah, I kind of babysat this episode, but Gillionaire, you got anything?
You know how it usually ended. You know what I'm saying? Life is about what did you learn and who did you teach. It doesn't have to be every information, not all the information, I should say, but definitely put somebody on. You know what I'm saying? Just teach somebody, anybody. You know?
That's what's up. So yeah, so to all our listeners and you know, our viewership on YouTube, you know, keep supporting us. We appreciate you. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. MLL Podcast on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Music Life and Love Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you listen to us on Apple Podcasts and also Spotify and every other streaming platform that you could possibly listen to us.
Yeah.
I'm M.Soto. Got Gillionaire.
Yeah.
You got Leader Genius.
I want to
Teresa
say
Davis. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say it's a pleasure having you here.
Oh, thank
Teresa,
you.
for real.
Thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, this was fun. We learned a lot from you. I know we're gonna definitely do some work with each other in the near future. That's
Thank
a fact.
you so much.
Sure.
If I could say, I would love to shout out Marvin Higgins, son of Baltimore. He's a rapper too, but he's very sick. He was in the hospital last night, and we just want to say thank you to him for everything he's doing, for all the projects. He's been with me since 2013. Just lending a hand and doing a lot of stuff. He's very creative. He's a very good rapper. So we hope that you pull through your situation, and we love you.
Can we get the name again? Once again?
Myron Higgins.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody good?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
good, man.
Good over here.
Blessings.
Ladies and gentlemen, Music Life and Love Podcast. We are out.
Process, trust it, deposits, love it, boss tight, become it, money, money, money.